Hello family, today we are going to be working on a rum cake and we're putting in the cake in this Christmas wreath pan that is one of the pans in the giveaway. So stay tuned so you can see how this cake turns out. I sprayed my pan with Pam baking and it's perfect and it helps your cakes to come out better. Now with this cake pan, you see all these little curves and stuff going in it. I sprayed it good, then I took this little pastry brush and I went and I made sure every little corner had some of the spray in it to make sure that everything was covered. This is the recipe for this cake that came with the pan when I purchased it. And I've had this pan probably over 15 years or more, probably over 20 years. I can't remember how long, but I keep this recipe. I put it up with the rest of my recipes because it is so easy, so simple, and the cake is so moist. And what you will need for this cake is 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of butter softened, 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 eggs at room temperature. When you make a cake, always have your eggs and butter at room temperature. 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of dark rum. 1/2 cup of dark rum goes in the cake. 2 1/4 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, that's all-purpose. 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of, it's 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cups of whipping cream, and that is your cake mixture. And for the rum glaze, the rum syrup, you will need 1/2 cup of butter softened, 3/4 cup of sugar, and 1/2 cup of dark rum. Now with this cake mixture, we put it all together. You don't have to worry about mixing up so much and then adding the other. You just combine it all together and then you mix the cake. You heat your oven to 350 degrees, grease and flour your pan, set aside. In a large bowl, blend all cake ingredients on low speed, scraping bowl often until blended. Increase speed to medium and mix for 2 minutes until well combined. Spoon batter into prepared pan, spreading batter on top of edges of pan. Bake at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes or until toothpick inserted comes out clean. Then you remove it from the oven and you cool the cake for 15 minutes in the pan. While cake is cooling, you make your rum syrup. So we're gonna go ahead and start making this rum cake now. I have sifted the all-purpose flour. I have already sifted that, the baking soda, the baking powder, and the salt together. So that is right here in the pan. I'm going to add the sugar, which is 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. So here's the 1 cup. Here's the 2 tablespoons. We need to add 3/4 cups of whipping cream. That's the whipping cream. And I'm spilling it everywhere. Yes, I am. Making a mess. The 2 eggs, one at a time. The butter is 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons. Here's the 2 tablespoons. A stick of butter is 1/2 cup of butter. There's 1. Here's one. Now, how much vanilla do we need? 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. I use the Watkins vanilla. I like that. One teaspoon. Here's the 1/2 teaspoon, plus a tad more because I love the vanilla. Okay. And here is the 1/2 cup of rum, dark rum. All the ingredients are in the pan. Lock it and start out slow, and it's just flipping everywhere as usual. There it goes. It is mixing up. Once it all mixes up together good, then I'll speed it up a little more and mix it for 2 minutes. I got the mixture on all of my utensils. Great cooking, Beverly. Great cooking. In the kitchen. And I haven't even had any of this rum. You would think I have. Well, I'm messing up stuff around here. Okay. Now I am going to speed it up just a tad and let it beat for 2 minutes, and then I will be back. Okay, the cake has been mixing for 2 minutes. Now we're ready to put it in the pan. Pour it evenly in the pan. Now the cake is ready to go in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes, and I will be back when the cake is done. I wanted to also tell you, for those who don't like to use alcoholic beverage, to use the rum, you can use rum flavor. You can put in 2 tablespoons of rum flavor, and that will give the cake a rum taste. And also, when you're making a rum cake, in the bottom of your pan before you put the batter in, sometimes I put in a cup full of pecans, chopped pecans in the bottom. I didn't want to use that today because I want you to see the full effect of the wreath on the cake. But you can also line your pan with 1 cup of chopped pecans, walnuts, black walnuts, whatever you want to use, and then pour the batter on top and bake. I am back. The cake is out of the oven. I went ahead and made the sauce so we could save a little bit of time. But the sauce consists of the rum syrup, 1/2 cup of butter, 3/4 cups of sugar, and 1/2 cup. The cake is out of the oven, and I went ahead and made the sauce to go on it and the rum syrup. The rum syrup consists of 1/2 cup of butter, 3/4 cups of sugar, and 1/2 cup of dark rum. You see the Christmas bell pan. Now you take a skewer. You can do this also with while the cake is in the pan after it has cooled off for 15 minutes. But I took it out of the pan. Put some holes in the cake because you're going to put the syrup over it. Now this cake is better if you let it set at least 24 hours. If you can let it set longer, let that rum flavor get into it. But try not to just cut it immediately after you make it. Now let's put the syrup over it. The Christmas wreath rum cake is complete. We'll be trying it in a couple of days.
Getting ready for my miracle, getting ready for greatness, getting ready for my heart's desire. I'm growing into a flower and glamorous. Getting ready for my miracle, getting ready for greatness, getting ready for my heart's desire. I'm growing into a flower and glamorous. Getting ready for my miracle, getting ready for greatness, getting ready for my heart's desire. I'm growing into a flower and glamorous. I'm growing